And then we launched Party Poker on August 1st of 2001. And so I was there from the beginning, and I was there when we launched. And we launched the site with just one table satellites to qualify people for the semifinals of the Party Poker Million, which was a tournament that I created where we were going to qualify 100 players from the site, take them on a cruise ship, give them $500 in cash, a luxurious cruise for two, and allow them to play where the winner got $1 million. So that's how we launched Party Poker. It went well, and the next thing you know, we were the first ones to advertise on television, and we multiplied our business by 10 by doing that. And, you know, the rest is history, as they say. It's a business story that is just mind-boggling. These people had no outside investors, nothing. In less than 4 years' time, after launching Party Poker, from just a little poker site, they went public for $9 billion with a B. So it was massive money. And unfortunately for me, you know, about a year and a half before they went public, you know, I was the last shareholder in the U.S. They relinquished their citizenship. Ruth and her husband did, and moved to Gibraltar, of course. And, you know, it was still a gray area. Was it legal? Was it not legal? Blah, blah, blah. And then they offered to buy me out. And we negotiated a price, and they said they'd give me 10, you know, they said, what do you want for your stock? I said, what are you giving for it? And I didn't have access to the books or anything. You know, I just figured out what we made every day and just put a pencil to it real quick. And they said, no, you tell us what you want for it. I said, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll both write down a number on a piece of paper and see how far apart we are. And that's what we did. And on my piece of paper, I wrote down $15 million. And on their piece of paper, they wrote down $10 million. They said, oh, no, $15 million is way too much. And now, remember, I still didn't have any money. I was still broke. I was getting a salary, but, I mean, I basically didn't have any serious money. And but I said no, and I held my ground. I was going to hold out for the $15 million. And then finally they went out and had a meeting and came back in and said, okay, we're going to give you the $15 million, but we're going to give you $5 million in cash and give you $2 million a year over each of the next 5 years. But to get that money, you have to still, you know, be an employee of this Party Poker, and you can't go off on any other site and blah, blah. So really, it was very smart on their part because they hooked me up for another 5 years. In fact, I'm still a consultant with Party Poker, even though those owners are long gone with their money. And so by selling my stock early, it cost me about $500 million probably. But, you know, what's $500 million here and there? You know,
What the fuck?
so, but I did good. I never regretted it. You know,
Wow.
I was never, you know,
Wow.
it never really bothered me. To me, it was like playing a hand of poker. You know, if, you know, you might have the 7-5 of diamonds, for example, and the pot's been raised and re-raised in front of you, so you throw your hand away. And now the flop comes out 8-6-4, and both those players flop the set, where now you're going to triple up, you know, if you knew what was coming. Well, back then, you know, you didn't know what was coming. You know, you didn't know UIGEA could have come into play a year and a half before it did. And then I'd have shot myself because I didn't take the $15 million when I could have had it, and I ended up with nothing, you know. So, you know, I never regretted the decision at the time. You know, you make the best decision at the time for what you think is best. I thought it would be enough money to last me forever anyway, and it should have been, incidentally. And you know, that's how it all came about, and that's how I was a shareholder from the get-go when we started the site. So I got 6% right off the go, and you know, that's how that happened.